Music is the answer.
Life.
Music to me is love.
Thinking about it every second.
Music is the international language.
DJing is like, for me, it's like a novelty skill. It's pretty much like trial and error learning it. I tried just scratching and I was making sense. So I started saving up for turntables and that's where it all began.
I knew DJ with turntables, so I went out and bought myself an old belt drive first turntable, and I could only afford one. So I used to have a tape deck and would play the tape and then try and make a mix with the turntable.
I learned from a buddy of mine who had a really, really horrible turntable and a really good one. So like half of me knew how to spin really cool on a really bad turntable and half of me was spoiled.
There's a point in my life that I didn't work. All I did was just like wake up, breathe and eat records. Yeah, people thought I was dead pretty much. So I just like stopped going to school. So that's all I did for 3 months. It's just like buy records by the bushels and just like sit there and make up sets and routines.
I just practiced, looked for anybody that had tables, kept going and going and going, and finally got my own.
DJs typically like to listen to other DJs and try to copy them at first to learn some of the tricks and that kind of stuff.
And then later on, it's like, hey, I know you. You were the DJ at that party. And I'm like, yo, cool.
Since I got into like turntable listening and scratching, it's a totally different field than like DJing. It's kind of like skateboarding, like the way skaters see like a curve or a handrail. Like people will just see it as a handrail or a curve, but like a skater, it's like he's processing in his head. It's like, what kind of trick can I do with a handrail? Maybe a flip to a slide or something like that. So when I listen to like a beat or a song, and I'm like, how am I gonna flip that? Or if I'm making a beat, how am I gonna chop that?
Sometimes you can spend days on mixing, sometimes you can spend minutes. I guess it just depends on the mix. And
it depends on the day, like your creative flow. You sit there, sometimes you come out with nothing. Sometimes you sit there, you make like 5 beats in like an hour, or like your creative flow is just like flowing.
even if you take days to make a mix, you can always find a new one in a minute.
At home, it's all about you. It's all about like making mixes, taking bits of sound, and like making routines, making sets, things like that. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of 60s, 70s, really old stuff, 60s, 70s, maybe a bit of 80s. Still getting tacky, but a lot of funk, soul, R&B. I've been listening to a lot of this stuff right now. As a DJ, you can't always expect your friends to like come and go out to shows. But they'll probably check out like a couple of shows a week, but you can't really expect them to like show up at every show. Like they probably get sick of you. Like they always come over to your house and check you spin anyway. So I don't think like.
Well, family and friends have always supported me, I guess, in whatever I do.
I have tons of friends that come out and support you. You find out how good your friends are, depending on if they want to pay the cover or not.
It's always support and stuff like that. You know, I've seen like a couple of DJ battles. The guy dissed the other guy, and just like he's like, "That's an awesome set," and he can't really diss me, but that was good. I like the way he put it together.
Once you get that confident, it's almost like you honestly want to sit there and say, "Dance puppets dance."
There's nothing like standing in front of a crowd and just like feel like the Pied Piper just like making these people things. You know what I mean? It's crazy, right, Sush? Yeah.
It's a new world, a bold world, new day for me, and I'm feeling
Music is.
It's like things in the air.
Well, I'd say it kept me off the streets.
And they just come around, right? You can just like
Next question, please.
sense it. Your eyes, your skin,
do you mean it's over? It's like, I want to do that again.
Mwah!